All right, guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video. So here we have EZA LR TEQ BROLY. I think he should be pretty good. We'll see. I want to see how badly this boy might end up taking damage. Is him taking damage going to actually be a huge problem in base? I think in his transformed Legendary Super Saiyan state, I don't think the damage should be too bad. Certainly, like, transform Bulma, I think, or, well, second turn Bulma, Dark God of the game, Bulma could kill him. I think Goku and Frieza under 50% could kill him, but Goku under 50%, like, it's impossible for Goku and Frieza under 50%, I think, to hit this guy unless you intentionally sabotage in some fashion. So, it's like, I don't think his defensive issues in the transform state will be as pronounced as some people are saying. Maybe against, like, an AoE boss or something like that, for sure, for sure. But just like in the structure of the current fights we have, I don't think it'll be too much of an issue. Now, we'll see. I think something like this is probably what you want to go for. Definitely do not do the stupid thing of giving yourself zero dodge. At minimum, you always really want to give yourself a chance. It really is the difference between winning and losing. A lot of you guys, you know that if you've used it. I think crits is what you want to do for this guy, probably, because he is... To fulfill the role he wants to have here, he does want to be critting on these big attacks. Seems like, he's going to be dropping, 50+ million attack stats. Presumably designed around Goku and Frieza to be able to just completely subvert their damage threshold, I believe, is what the point is here. If he's actually just so ass I can't hide him, I mean, I could always consider a full dodge build. I mean, we'll see. I think initially we'll rock this and see how it goes. So let's just jump in. Let's do... let's start in the UI Goku fight. The new UI Goku Supreme Magnificent Battle fight. That's a good one to start with. Broly-chan, Lemo, please. God, what a terrible character. I bring them because they can support, and... Of course. All right, so, I mean, Broly obviously started out in slot 7. Okay, Ki is not really looking too bad for us right here. Now, in this initial fight, well, in a lot of the new fights, attack debuffing is not really as relevant as it was. But, I mean, I guess that it is definitely good against Bulma, who I think is easily one of the hardest fights in the game. All right, I mean, we'll probably do a couple of runs. Let me just transform this Broly. I might play some animations once we get a little bit deeper in. I don't mind playing Broly animations in a Broly video, of course. Let's hit this. All right, now, the worst case scenario would be that we're not able to see TEQ Broly get to hit. Okay, so let's just take a look here. In terms of links, we have Saiyan Warrior Race, Saiyan Lineage, Berserker, Prepare for Battle, Super Saiyan, Fierce Battle, and Legendary Power. So Saiyan Lineage we won't be able to have active, but we could get Berserker. Maybe if LR TEQ Broly in the first slot will take a little bit of damage, maybe we'll get... Oh, okay, maybe we'll get Berserker right here. We'll see. Because this UI Goku does get stronger with every turn that passes. Alright, so let's see what we're at. Oh, nope, double digits. Okay. Alright, so let's see what EZA LR TEQ Broly is going to drop right here for us. Now, he does stack attack. With his 18-key super attack. So I guess technically if we'd get him turn 1, we could get multiple stacks in, but I do think base Broly is going to be pretty weak defensively. We'll see. 28 million. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty high to just come up and open out with. He does have an additional, the 50% chance to be a super right here, which we get. Beautiful. And then we also could get the hidden potential system additional super as well. Now, if there's one major flaw with this guy... Okay, hidden potential system additional normal. Just keep that in track. Double digits. Okay, good. If there's one major issue I have with base Broly, it's the fact that his 12-key super attack effect is only giving attack. That is a major issue. It is. It's not a make-believe fairy tale land issue. It's definitely, I think, a significant problem. Here, we'll transform with this Broly. Yep, let's just go ahead and do this, and let's get him transformed right there. I do think it's definitely a significant problem. All right. Broly-chan, Lemo next turn, so I really should heal up with some Tech Orbs, because we know Broly-chan, Lemo, they're a fraud. They'll get destroyed. All right, hopefully we'll have good RNG. I brought them to, like, on this run, Of course, I mean, it's fairly obvious why I would bring them. Because they're a support. But, I mean, maybe it would be better just to bring... I guess Hirudegarn. I could replace him with Hirudegarn, who would be a little bit safer. I mean, because it's like Broly, Chan, Lemo are certainly better if we have orb changes, which we don't. Again, here's a turn. You know, there's no opportunity to set up orbs for what we're about to walk into. This animation still looks really good. It's awesome to be easying and using characters who have, like, really nice-looking animations. So, okay. This is gonna be a good test right away. We're definitely, I think, probably gonna die on this turn. I think we're gonna die on this turn. Because we don't have orbs for Broly, Chan, Lemo. I'm gonna pop both of their active skills right here. This is gonna give a big attack buff to LR TEQ Broly. But remember, UI Goku can only super attack in slot 2 in this fight. I just want to see, like, what... So, you know, Broly, when he does his 18-key super attack transformed, he's going to be guaranteed guarding. So he does have some defense, along with all of the massive stats he's going to be getting. So, I mean, this will be a good test to see how TEQ Broly is going to do. I believe UI Goku supers for 2.7 million. That's the damage number that EGL UI Goku's doing. Let's pop both of these active skills here and see how we do.
どこへ行くんだ? お前と一緒に避難する準備だ。一人用のポットでか?
Alright, so with TEQ Broly using that active skill, we're going to get a massive, massive attack buff, is what we're going to actually get right there. So the active skill, we could do that as soon as we transform, and he gets 24 ki and then 48% attack for 1 turn, is what TEQ Broly is going to get. Alright, I mean, we can't set up 7 orbs right here for Broly, Chilai, and Fraud, so I'll just hit this. And we'll just go for maximizing... Oh, actually, that did work out. I was just going to maximize attack support. Perfect. All right, well, let's see. TEQ Broly, how do you do right here? We're going to have a lot of links up. We're not going to have Berserker up. So certainly we could get even more damage if Berserker was up. But let's see what just like attack TEQ Broly is going to walk out here with. I do want to get a lot of rotations. I kind of want to see how his damage might vary in some of these situations. And then after this initial run, we could, I guess, go a little bit more in depth. Additional normal. Very good. Very good. All right, what are we at right here, Daddy? 58 million. Okay. We've got the mostly crit build, so he's got a really good chance to crit, which he does. Nice. Additional. So he has an additional that has a high chance to be a super, and he has an additional that has a 70% chance to be a super, and we can get the hidden potential system as well. Okay, perfect. One more. Additional normal. One more. Super. So we get the hidden potential system, additional super. So he could quad super, and he does, as you guys can see, ridiculous damage. Now, I'm putting him here intentionally as a test. I want to see how he does. This is, you know, a good turn. Next to LR TEQ Broly, we have Broly Chan Lemo with a little bit of support up. He triple supered. And he is able to, yeah, look at that. Oh. That's a 2.7 million super, man. So, I mean, certainly... Could we have tanked that better? Oh, yeah. Like, you know, let's not even play around. Of course. But, I mean, that, to me, is a more than reasonable defensive level for a character that's going to drop bombs the way he is. I mean, he definitely could be exposed. So, like, if we did the Goku and Frieza fight, right? That was without Broly's domain, too, by the way. Yeah, we easily could have had EGL LR Broly's domain up to even juice the damage up even more, and his defense up even more. So we tanked that without Broly's, like, yeah, pretty good. We'll do some more runs here, but already, I mean, Broly looks good. I mean, he can live that. I mean, once we get past up over 3 million, it would certainly be a little bit more of an issue, but bosses typically are supering in slot 1. Way more often than not. And many of them are damn near scripted to literally only super in slot 1.
新生児の実を食べ続けてきた俺に勝てると思ったか？俺の勝ちだな。
I actually did think Cell Max was going to kill right there, but no crit, right? So that's fine, that's fine. All right, what do we want to do? Probably just Broly in slot 1 right here? Or... Wait, no, well, I mean, it actually doesn't matter. Let's finish with LR Turles. Let's get LR Turles the kill. Doesn't really matter since Cell Max obviously is going to draw all attacks towards himself, and then we have nothing to worry about. Alrighty, so... Oh, he dodged Turles' super. Okay, well, you're not dodging the additional, you bastard, you rat. Alright, so UI Goku is toasted. So far, so good. Broly is able to do very significant damage, but, I mean, he's able to... I mean, he double-digit tanked UI Goku's normals, which are around 1 million-ish, right? And then he was able to survive a 2.7 million super. Now, of course, I mean, we could get way better defensive ability, but, I mean, I will take that, right? Like, we saw Int Broly taking that much damage against the STR UI Goku, who supers for, like, half that damage, right? So, LR Tech Broly seems to be a sizable upgrade over EZA Int Broly. Let's maybe go into, maybe like the Gathering of the God of Destruction event. I do like that for initial showcases as well. Let's jump over there and we'll talk about Tech Broly more and use him a little bit more.
Yamero BROLY! Yamero!
Alright, wanted to make sure to get that intro in here, of course. Okay, so we got a pretty good first start. This is where I think what I will do here... Oh, actually, damn, our rotations are really bad because we have both Part 1 LR Tech Broly we have one in slot 1 and then one in slot 7. That's, like, worst. Oh, boy. Because, okay, base Super Saiyan Broly is problematic. I think the transform state is fine from what we saw, right? I mean, if he's shooting out, you know, a 50 and 30 and a 30, and then he's able to survive a almost 3 million super, I'll take that. That's from an EZA character. Yeah, dude, that's fine. But base Broly, I do not have nearly as much confidence in. So, okay, so he's at basically 300k defense right here. Broly gets 3 key, 200% attack and defense start a turn. 120% attack and defense on super, then another 120% attack and defense on 18 key super. He gets 50% attack if the enemy is attacked down or defensive down. 3 key and an additional, that has a high chance to be a super against 1 enemy, and then 5 key and a guaranteed additional super against 2 enemies. So we will be able to debuff him here. So Broly could hit his 18 key, lower... what is this? This is, oh, damn, I forgot his name. This is, Moscow? I think this is Moscow is who this is. Alright, let's see how we do. This Broly doesn't need key, so whatever. We'll be able to get to 24 key for LR Tech Broly. We do have support. You know, we're gonna have, you know, some good, like most of his links up and stuff like that. See how we do. Now, Moscow is an AoE super boss, so... Again, I want to see what Broly can do, so I did bring us into an AoE super boss, but, I mean, if he chooses not to super, he chooses not to super. 31 million turn 1. Yeah, see, so, like, I still see people like show like all like they'll just post a screenshot. It's like a 10 million attack stat. Oh shit, dude! Look at this 10 million attack stat. It's like, well, you know, I don't know. A lot of characters could do shit like that right away. All right, well, we're gonna get a super attack right after. This is like 2 million. Okay. 250 we took right there. All right, that's not the worst ever. Let me double check what Moscow's damage is right there. Now, keep in mind, we would have died if Moscow supered right away. We would have died. All that's going to do is give us, whatchamacallit, by the way. We're going to have that one funny link is actually now going to be activated. That's going to be good. I love having those funny links activated. Berserker. Berserker is now going to be up. I just want to double check what Moscow's super attack damage is. Let's see. In the God of Destruction Boss Rush Stage 1. It's only 1.5 million. So he doesn't really hit that hard. Oh, god damn it. I hate BROLY Chi Lion Fraud, dude. I'm not going to do this because I do kind of want to keep Berserker up. Yeah, I'm gonna leave Berserker up. Just to, you know, we're just seeing. If we die, oh no, right? Like, it's fine, it's fine. We could take 1 L right here. It's not the biggest deal in the world. All right, so Cell Max will be able to finish off. Perfect, perfect. All right, and now we'll move into the second phase here. We'll be able to transform one of the Brolys. Now, this is definitely where things could start to look a little bit scary. I'll leave my Broly on turn 1. Let's just transform the friend Broly right there. Yep, that's fine. Okay. All right, so we have all 7 links activated right here. This is 7 out of 7. So this is a very, very good rotation for TEQ Broly here. We'll be able to get him the 24 key as well. So, I mean, we could, again, see a really good rotation. If Catella supers, of course, well, if he supers TEQ Broly, we're done, obviously. Oh, that's fine. We do eat it. Might do a little bit of damage. No, okay, because Catella has debuffs. I mean, that is 90% damage reduction. That's not one. All right, TEQ Broly. Again, my only real concern with this LR, 38, Jesus Christ, dude. My only really concern with this guy is in base. Like, I want to kind of see, like, do I have to make it a 100% priority to always just... Do we have to treat him like Carnival Gogeta? Where it's like, we gotta float him off right... Dude, look at the damage he could do. Additional normal? Okay, that's a hit on potential system, additional normal. Double digits, yeah, okay. I mean, we're not seeing it look too bad. Now, let's think about, like, the Goku and Frieza fight. I mean, 17 could lock him in slot 1 and insta-kill him, true. You know, even transform Broly. I mean, he's only going to be good after he does his 18-key super attack. So we can't just have, like, oh, TEQ Broly, he's guarding. We could, you know, YOLO in slot 1. No, he really does have to super first. Dude, we do some... The only thing that... You know what, Will, is a very big concern, though. We actually are doing too much damage. We're doing way too much damage. Way too much damage. Yeah, we're probably going to die here to Sidra. All right, let's hit this. Cell Max will be able to mostly heal us up. We need to take advantage of this right now because we're going up against an AoE boss. All right, living this turn is going to be difficult. We might need a dodge or two in here. My characters can do it, though. Okay, Cell Max will be fine. Turles is dodging, of course, though. Yep, perfect. Again, don't worry, guys. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. Don't worry. You come to me when you want to see, you know, the characters, you know, used at their best, right? When we want to see them actually get through these tough fights, right? These bosses who aren't just like fish right there. You know, you got to give your characters a chance, man. You got to give them a chance to be able to perform well in here. All right, now we might still need. Nah, I think we just needed one dodge. I mean, I guess if Sidra supers LR Turles, well, no, I mean, we have big bad bosses and stuff like that. We might just be okay. I think we needed one of those dodges to proc, either Broly or Turles, and then we'd be good for the rest of this. Dude, we do so much damage with this team. That's now my fear, is we're just hitting too hard, which is a thing. That's not a problem. we could actually be hitting way, way too hard to where we're killing these bosses. Turtles Dodge again, beautiful. Now you're at double digits. You know, to where we're killing these bosses too fast. And, like, you know, maybe we don't have Cell Max's active skill up against the biggest phase and stuff like that. Like, that's a legitimate issue, right? Like, it's like, when you get towards the end of the fight, yeah, Broly doing an 80 million crit shit like that, of course, is great, but... yeah, damn, we're just one-turning all these faces, man. I'm gonna have to go into, like, an immortal boss. Well, no, I can't even do that because we've got all these AoEs. I guess we could do Red Zone Movie Boss Rush. I'm gonna have to do Red Zone Movie Boss Rush now, because no fight will be able to stand. No fight can stand in front of this team. It literally can't happen. And again, we're not gonna get to see. What I want to see here, let's transform you, is I want to see AGL Broly with his thing up. I'm gonna intentionally not do TEQ Broly's active. We saw last turn TEQ Broly with his active. We're above 50% right here. Rumshi is not going to be able to damage LR TEQ Broly. So let's hit this. And then let's hit this right here. Again, I'm going to intentionally not use the active because I want to see what his damage looks like without the active. We saw it with the active. Let's see what it looks like without the active. And then it doesn't really matter. We could just hit this. This will give defensive support, and then Rainbow supports a little bit of damage and a little bit of defense. We need to do another run, though, because we haven't been able to get AGL Broly's domain up because we're killing the bosses within 2 seconds. Like, the bosses die immediately. Still at 37. Okay. So this is no active. We don't have Berserker up. We don't have much support up. We only have the Rainbow Orb support of Broly, Cha, and Lemo. And then, remember, Big Daddy here could come in with 4 of these. He seems very good to me. I saw a lot of people today saying, like, he's not that good. Like, people, I think, do kind of just, like, they decide, like, all right, like, am I going to bait about this character, or am I going to push an agenda that they're bad? Like, they just, like, flip a coin. It's like, all right, this is a character we're baiting for that, you know, has to be hit 50 times in slot 1 in order for a chance at being good. Or, oh, yeah, this is the character we're going to bait for who on turn 5, if you're under 70% HP and it's, you know, daylight outside and you've had a burger sitting on the table waiting for you, then you could transform into Blue Vegito. Those are the characters we're going to bait for. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, this fight is done. I mean, I want to see TEQ Broly active up with AGL Broly's domain up. Not necessarily Berserker up. I mean, we could get Berserker up as well for massive damage. I guess, dude, I'm actually going to have to go into Red Zone Movie Boss Rush. That's, like, the only place with a full power, you know, like, good builds on these characters, Max Link, Rainbowed, Movie Bosses team. The only way these bosses could actually last long enough for us to even set TEQ Broly up is, like, Red Zone Movie Boss Rush. Because even in here, you're not supposed to kill these Gods of Destruction as fast as we did. That is not the way that's supposed to work. We are just disintegrating them. So, all right, I'm going to cut right here. And we'll go into Red Zone Movie Boss Rush. I don't really use that as a showcase stage too often anymore because it just doesn't really match up. It doesn't match up to the real tough fights that we have these days. So I'll head over there and we'll come back, you know, TEQ Broly in Red Zone Movie Boss Rush. All right, guys, so now we're over here in Red Zone Movie Boss Rush. I mean, this isn't really too much of an issue, but... well, I mean, what is that? That's just prepare for battle. I was going to say maybe key is potentially a little bit lower. What do we have there? That's prepared for battle and Saiyan lineage. So we're getting 4 key from Lynx with that base TEQ Broly. All right, so remember, we do want to aim for TEQ Broly to get an 18 key super attack first. Because remember, he does get attack stacking with that 18 key super attacks. Obviously, the attack stacking can be pretty big. Yeah, maybe I'll just use this as an initial showcase stage. You know, we do have some shenanigans that are in this fight. Bojack, of course, does lock and seal, but I don't know. It's not really a good showcase fight unless we need a long fight. Because, like, you know, a lot of the immortal fights that I've... by the way, AGL Broly is in slot 7, so we're not going to get his domain up until turn 7. So we'll keep that in mind. But a lot of these fights, right, that we actually go and do, I like to do kind of like the immortal fights. In the immortal fights, it's typically because they're like the Dokkan events and stuff like that. Like, there's always the immortal Zamasu, or there's, the Gohan that can always dodge. I guess we could do the Videl. Well, no, okay, but the reason I can't show Broly in there is because LR Tech Broly is an AoE, and AGL Dokkan Fest LR Broly is an AoE. So it's like they will hit the immortal boss and do no damage, but then they'll kill the intended boss. And then, we won't be able to just sit there and see the stats and stuff like that. So Red Zone movie boss rush, I mean, is certainly still the longest fight that exists, I think. I mean, pretty much. I guess we could do Bulma, I do like as its own showcase stage. Although I guess we could just look at Bulma in this and then still do it in like the long video and stuff like that. There's nothing stopping that. But all right, let's just get a couple of different rotations with LR Tech Broly, kind of see what the damage is going to be looking like for him. We have not seen him yet with AGL Broly's domain up. We actually have been finishing these fights before AGL Broly could even transform. Well, it's like we do transform, but it's like, on the opposite rotation and the fight is done. Because between, the 3 LR Tech Brolys doing a ton of damage, AGL LR Broly doing a ton of damage, and then Cell Max doing a ton of damage. I mean, these bosses are not, like, they're just flat out not going to be sitting there. They're not going to be able to deal with these characters, these characters we have, dude. No way. Alright, so here's Cooler. Cooler is not really going to be too much of a threat for us. Just go and transform like this. What about Ki? Could Ki be an issue for Broly? If we don't have his active up? Not really. Doesn't really seem like it. Alright, so let's just talk about... I haven't really talked about so much, I think, what Transformed Tech Broly does, right? Like, I went over his kit and base. Transformed, he gets 4 Ki, 220% attack and defense start a turn, 120% attack and defense, and additional has a high chance to super when he supers. Okay. Then he gives a 6% chance to crit for extreme class allies for 2 turns. That's pretty good. Plus 166% attack, and he guards when he does his 18 Ki, which is this. So now Turles will have an extra chance to crit, and characters next turn will have an extra chance to crit as well. He gets 100% attack if the enemy's in attack down or defensive down. He gets 4 Ki and an additional that has a 70% chance to be a super against one enemy. Here's where... That's where he could be an issue. I mean, we did... Like, you look at the damage he's doing on normals anyway, but... Like we could get to Goku and Frieza with his active up, and he could do an additional normal and probably still damage Goku and Frieza. But, with the crits and stuff like that. But here's the thing. He is getting defense on his 12 Ki when he's transformed. So it's like, in order to tank some of these bosses, we would want him to be able to super attack. And that's the thing. When we saw him tank that UI Goku super attack, we did get 3 out of 4 supers, which I've said many times, right? When using Tech Gohan, if you give me 3 out of 4, I'll take that. To me, that's a W. With my bad additional luck, I'll take 3 out of 4 every single time. So Broly, with his 12 Ki right here, he gets 30% attack and defense and greatly lowers enemy defense. So that's a huge addition, right? Base Broly doesn't get defense on his 12 Ki, but Transform Broly does, which is huge. And then on Broly's 18 Ki, he gets 50% attack and defense, Mega Colossal, and then massively lowers enemy defense, which is good. Then when we look at that passive, again, we went over most of it. He's got the 100% attack when enemies in attack down or defensive down. 4 Ki, additional has a 70% chance to super against one enemy. Then he gets 6 Ki and a guaranteed additional super against 2 enemies. Now, if you guys recall, the way this guy works, by the way, is he can activate all of his passive during the turn. So it's like, if we're fighting 2 bosses and he kills one of the 2 with his super, his other passive would then activate. So if we fight 2 enemies and he kills one of the 2 when we're fighting 2 enemies, he can do 5 supers. Because I remember that was a factor in Extreme Tech, Extreme Super Battle Road runs, if I'm not mistaken, right? So that's pretty good. So, all right, let's, I was blabbering away about Tech Broly. Let me just skip till his next turn. All right, so we're here. We actually didn't kill 13. Damn, I kind of want to try and get away with this just to get, just more footage of this Broly here. If 13 supers right away, obviously that's not ideal. we're in a little bit of a baby. This is kind of like baby's first difficult fight, right? Like Bojack can like seal and stun and shit, and you know, yeah. But I mean, this is not really too much of a threat. Of course, I'm saving. Whatchamacallit. Yeah, let's just do that right there. That's fine. I will. Is he even going to be able to punish me for this though? I don't know. Like 13. Let's just get attack support right there. That's fine. If he supered right away, he might not even be able to kill. What are we doing? 49k? Okay. Typically, you don't want to do that, because obviously he doesn't even guard until he supers, but I just wanted to get as much footage as I can while we're kind of moving through here, you know, leading towards getting AGL Broly's domain up. You know, the only thing Broly's missing is this right here, KO screen. But obviously, I mean, this is a... Remember, this guy came out on Global. This is a May of 2019 release. So this is by far, by a 7-month gap, this is the oldest character in the game to not EZA. That's a premium character, right? So of course, I'm not talking about like, you know, some banner unit or some shit like that, right? You guys get it. You guys get it. All right, so let's do all this. Yep, we should be A-okay right here. I probably shouldn't really... Damn, dude, I want TEQ Broly to be able to spread his wings, man. And this loser Bojack, like, we get right to where we could spread our wings right when Bojack shows up. I really wish he would have sealed Turles and stuff. Let's go all out. AGL Broly will probably still do massive, ungodly amounts of damage. Even sealed, I think. If only LR Turles would have been the one to get sealed right there, man. That would have been really good for us. Because the two Brolys would have killed Bojack in one turn, without a doubt. I do think AGL Broly will still do massive damage. Because the problem is, I just want to get TEQ Broly, like, you know, up, active up, AGL Broly's domain next to LR TEQ Broly. Like, that's all I'm looking to do. But it's actually, we do so much damage. Oh, no, we're fine, we're fine. I was going to say, we do so much damage, though, that it's actually hard to set up. Because we just do too much damage. Everyone's just critting and killing, and it's just too much. No additional, but I think AGL Broly should kill with normals right here. Because he's going to do, like, 7 normals. Alright, god damn it. Of course we don't get to hit him, but since some additional right there. Okay. AGL Broly, come on. You're going to be critting. You're going to be doing craziness. No way, man. Yeah, crit. Yes, we're fine. Yes, dude. Nice clutch job with the normals, brother. Good job. All right, here we go. Time for Daddy to have some fun. This Janemba can't even damage us, unfortunately. Janemba is just outright not strong enough to damage us, so we're not going to have Berserker up, but that's okay. Berserker is, I mean, yeah, I still, you know, don't really consider it a great link, because most of the time it's not even up. I do wish they would have toned, because right now Berserker, it's 30% attack if HP is below 50%. The thing that's good about it is if you look at this, Hirudegarn, AGL Broly, TEQ Broly, Cell Max, and then obviously the other TEQ Broly, and then we know that the Part 2 Dokkan Fest LR is going to be Broly. He's going to have it as well. At least the whole team has got it. So if we take damage, we will have Berserker up, but I wish they would have toned down the extra damage and instead just rid themselves of the HP condition. That would have been so fire. Oh.
どこへ行くんだ? お前と一緒に避難する準備だ。一人用のポットでか?
Alright, so, let's just see what LR TEQ Broly looks like right here. Now remember, when we tanked UI Goku, we could have even tanked a little bit better had we had AGL Broly's domain up. That would have been good for us. So, alright, let's just go ahead and hit this damage on Janemba. So far to me, TEQ Broly seems good. If I have a concern, base form, I think, could take a lot of damage. It could be bad, for sure. I do think with this team, we potentially could kill bosses too fast as well, which is an issue. It's good to kill the last phase of the boss fast, like Goku and Frieza fast, yeah. But killing like 17 fast in that fight is a death sentence, right? So that's a concern. But Broly, I mean, I think that he is at a good enough defensive level for how much damage he does. At a certain point, I think people's expectations do get a little bit silly and absurd. Like, we can't just anticipate that this guy's going to look as good as the LR TEQ Broly, who's got the 90% damage reduction basically his first couple of turns. Like, this guy looks good. Okay, normal. We want supers, though. Yep, there you go. So, remember, he could super 4 times here. Best case scenario where we're going up against 2 enemies, he kills 1 and there's 1 left, he'd be able to super attack 5 times. Which obviously would be insane. Okay, perfect, perfect. Yep, hold that, hold that. Okay, wait, did we not get the hidden potential system there? Huh? But, there we go. Yeah, he seems good. Him being able to live a 2.7 million attack stat was definitely something I was looking to see. You know, like, at least at that level. Because remember, I mean, we're running full power movie bosses. How much HP do we have? 800k? We're rocking 800,000 HP? 800,000 HP. Uh-oh, Broly Chi Lion fraud. Red alert, red alert, red alert, red alert, red alert. Are we done? Yeah, can you guys tell me how I could have set up orbs for this, please? Smartasses? Smart Alex? How is it possible to set up orbs again? People just say you just set up orbs, dude. That's it. You just set up orbs. You just set them up. So good. We're not getting a clutch 7 orbs this time. No way. No way. All right, well, I'll just cut. Whatever. I mean, you guys don't want to see another Broly Chan Limo death or LR Turles death. Maybe I'll let this turn play out. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. If I'll just go until we either kill this enemy Broly or we die. I guess we might as well right here at the end. So Broly didn't super attack right away. There's a good chance we might have attack broken it. There's the hidden potential system additional super. Lovely, lovely, lovely. I do want to make sure, if I call out the hidden potential system additional normals, I do try and also call out the hidden potential system additional supers as well. I just want to make sure I'm fair with it. Oh god, please don't super Turles. The LR Team Turles is pretty good. And remember, LR Team Turles would actually be quite a bit better if it was like a Space Traveling Warrior or Terrifying Conqueror core. But, I mean, Turles is still very effective on this team. Let's see how this is going to go. I think I like LR Turles probably a little bit better than LR TEQ Broly, but I think LR TEQ Broly is pretty good too. The EZA. I would probably, like in a tier list, I'm going to do a Yellow Coin LR tier list. I had intended to do one for Turles, but I did it one day too late, or tried to do it one day too late to where we had TEQ Broly's EZA details, and I was like, all right, well, I'm not going to do it now. Okay. All right, wow, did he just not super at all? Okay. Well, we're going to kill here. What is he going to do, chat? What's he doing? We need 4 key. 4. I guess we'd have to put him in slot 3, but he wouldn't really be able to... yeah, we're not going to be able to get 4. That's okay. Sure, whatever. We're going to get some variance in the attack stats and stuff like that he's doing. No problem there. Damn, I'm going to not do this Dokkan attack intentionally. All right, this is 3 million right here. Broly, of course, does have true type advantage. This TEQ Broly. How much? That's pretty good. 3 million. We'll take it. But obviously, remember, we have, 6 million bosses now. We have bosses supering for 6 million now. So, that's kind of a thing. Damn, if we would have taken a little bit more damage, we could have gotten Berserker up. We did have Berserker up earlier in the video, right? The Super Saiyan Broly, we had all 7 links up for him. I intentionally didn't get the Dokkan attack, obviously, so to make sure that Broly would be able to super. EZA Broly. I mean, that boy is the showcase character for a reason. All right, here you go. All right, EZA TEQ Broly will kill for sure. Let's go. And let's see what he's up to right here. He's at 38. Yeah, seems good. Seems like a nice addition to the team. Yellow Coin LR EZAs are typically not, the gods of the team. Like, even though we have Team Universe 7, super good, like borderline top 10 LR in the game. Same with 17 and Golden Frieza, absolutely. They're still like the 4th and 5th best units on their team, right? Like these Yellow Coin LR EZAs, it seems like they can make them super crazy, but they're not going to make them like, you know, the 2nd best unit on whatever team they're on. I think that this guy looks good to me. I think that his defense is at a capable enough level for the amount of damage he's doing. But when we do the long video, we'll go into Goku and Frieza. We'll go into a lot of these different fights. Because Broly has a weakness to AoEs, I probably will make sure we do like the Blue Gogeta Supreme Magnificent Battle fight. I don't do that fight as much anymore, just because it is very easy compared to some of the newer fights we've gotten, where Gogeta, until the very end, kind of just sits there and lets you do whatever you want to, while applying no pressure to you, right? At this point. 6 months ago it was crazy, but it's not 6 months ago anymore. So, there we go. Yeah, nice. Not bad. Alright, guys. So there was EZA LR TEQ Broly. Seems good. Damn, I was saying, I mean, he's such a popular character that it could be better if he was made to be even better. But, I mean, I don't... From what we saw, he seems pretty good. I mean, they could give him a little bit more defense, I guess. I don't know. Like, I prefer when characters are gods, like, right away, but, I mean, a little bit of risk on a Yellow Coin LR EZ. I'm not going to go super crazy for it, with this guy potentially being a little bit weaker defensively in base, right? So, Nightmarish Impact, Super Saiyan Broly. Leader skill is Resurrected Warrior, category Key 4, 150% of stats. Or Extreme Tech, Key 4 and 100% of stats. Passive skill, Devilish Chase. He gets 3 key and 200% attack and defense at the start of turn. Then 120% attack and defense on Super. 120% attack and defense on 18 key Super. And then he gets 50% attack if the enemy's in attack down or defensive down status. There are, you know, a lot of fights where we could get that done. Kind of the biggest fight, you can't debuff at all. But then there is the Bulma fight, where debuffing is a significant tactic against Bulma. So that could be good in there. Then Broly gets 3 key and an additional that has a high chance to be a super against 1 enemy. And then he gets 5 key and an additional super against 2 enemies, and he transforms when conditions are met. So again, I believe the way that works is, like, if we would enter into a fight against 2 enemies, and Broly supers while there's 2 enemies, he will activate this. And then if he kills one of the 2 enemies while he's in the process of attacking, that would then activate this. I believe that's how this TEQ Broly works. So, you know, he can get even more additionals if you're, you know, fighting multiple enemies and begin, you know, taking them out while you're supering. Then it's 12 key super attack, Bloody Smash. Now, this is the issue here. He gets 30% attack for 1 turn, does colossal damage, and then greatly lowers enemy defense. No defense right here is a concern. This is the main reason this guy is not, like, he's a risk. You're probably gonna want to be safe and just float him off right away, but, you know, we'll see. Then his 18 key super attack is the Eraser Cannon. He greatly stacks attack, gets 50% defense for 1 turn, does mega colossal damage to the enemy, and then massively lowers enemy defense. Okay. Wait, just real quick. Okay, so these are his 200% leader skills. So, I mean, Vegeta's good, AGL Broly, TEQ Broly. There's numerous teams we could use. Yeah, we can run, TEQ Vegeta's Super Saiyan team and get, like, Goku, Gohan, and Trunks on there and stuff like that. So that's interesting. There's definitely some setups we can run. Yeah, okay, so his 18 key defensive debuff, it is 80%, and then his 12 key defensive debuff is 50%. Okay, that's the main thing I wanted to check right there. Okay, perfect. Link set is Saiyan Warrior Race, Saiyan Lineage, Berserker, Prepare for Battle, Super Saiyan, Fierce Battle, and Legendary Power. Okay. Then, in terms of his multipliers, oh, interesting. He's at 145 on the 12 key, huh? It's not really a big deal, but that's interesting to see. And then 200%, he has 24 key right there. And then remember, transformation condition, very good. Just turn 4, start of the battle. They could have buffed it to turn 3, but in my opinion, turn 4, start of battle is fine. That's, like, if transforming characters were just always that, there would be no concerns about, oh my god, right? Like, if AGL Blue Vegito and LR Super Saiyan 4 Goku had this, they would still be good. Like, that's the difference for those characters, to me, is the ridiculous transformation characters they have versus just turn 4, right? So this removes, like, 99% of the RNG that could screw you over with transforming. So he has a great transformation condition right there. All right, then BROLY has numerous category teams here. So he is on the Resurrected Warrior category team, which is not a valid team right now. We'll see. I mean, maybe, we know that the Part 2 BROLY is a Dokkan Fest. So maybe Resurrected Warrior could be one of his leader skills. These probably will be the categories for the Dokkan Fest LR BROLY. So as we're looking at these, keep that in mind. Then BROLY, of course, is also on Movie Bosses, with another Dokkan Fest LR BROLY being added to this. Movie Bosses is actually going to be a top 3 team in the game easily. With one more God BROLY like this, it's going to be crazy. Oh, because we can get BROLY, Cheetah, and shit off the team, and we not have to run idiot Harudegarn either. Oh, baby. Then we have the Pure Saiyan category team as well that he's on. Awesome. BROLY's also on Full Power. Of course, he's on EJO BROLY's category team. Full Power has gotten some killers. Look at this, dude. Oh my god. Yeah, that EZA TEQ BROLY long video is going to be fun as hell, man. Then, BROLY, of course, is also on the Transformation Boost category team. Beautiful, beautiful. BROLY is also on the Super Saiyan category, so again, we could run him on TEQ Vegeta's team. I guess he is also on Goku, Gohan, and Trunks, so we can get a 200% leader skill if we run Vegeta. Yeah, I could do one of those plus videos, like Goku, Gohan, and Trunks plus, and we'll do one for TEQ BROLY. Yeah, that'll be fun. Then he's also on, what is this? This is Target Goku. Yeah, this is the Target Goku team. We are still waiting for Hit to get his LR, so that'd be interesting. Then BROLY is also on Exploding Rage. Okay, we've also gotten some really good characters there. BROLY is also on the Revenge category team. Yeah, Revenge has got some interesting units here and there. BROLY is also on Inhuman Deeds. Still have never gotten a real leader skill for Inhuman Deeds. So I'd love to see the new BROLY lead it, just so we could have a real leader. Although, to be fair, he's not going to work the best, I guess, with a lot of these characters. Right? Like Frieza and Omega and Super 17. King Vegeta could help BROLY, because he does support... although King Vegeta does need a regular Vegeta around, too, right? Yeah. Then BROLY's also on, what is this, Planetary Destruction? Yeah, this is the Planetary Destruction category team right here. This would be a great leader skill for him to have, for sure, for sure. So we don't have to run, like, shit form Frieza or anything like that. You know, Harudegarn and any of those types of leaders. Then, of course, we have... What is this? This is Legendary Existence right here. Yeah, this is the Legendary Existence category team. Okay. Then BROLY's also on Power Beyond Super Saiyan. This would be a crazy leader skill for him to have, because it would open the team up so much. We would have so many potential. It would be like AGL BROLY Dokkan Fest LR's leader skill. So this would be pure, Power Beyond Super Saiyan as one of his 3 leader skills. This Dokkan Fest LR BROLY coming up would be ideal for sure. And then finally, he's on Uncontrollable Power. Very, 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 very high chance he'll lead that, right? Uncontrollable Power, the new Dokkan Fest LR BROLY. That's going to be awesome. I mean, that gets Cell Max on there. That gets Fat Boo. You know, we have options we could run from Uncontrollable Power. Pretty good, pretty good. So there's all of LR TEQ, EZA LR TEQ BROLY's categories. Again, remember, he does have a transformation. Great A+ Z tier condition. Turn 4, start of battle. Opening rotations can't really screw you and stuff like that. You know, no issues whatsoever. Then his super attack changes, passive changes. He gains an active skill, but his links do not actually change. Okay, so then we jump over to this guy. So his passive skill becomes Devilish Siege. He gets 4 ki and 220% attack and defense at the start of turn. He gets an additional 120% attack and defense, and an additional that has a high chance to be a super when performing a super. He gets a 6% chance to crit for extreme class allies for 2 turns, then 166% attack and guard when he does his 18 ki super. So that's how they balance him a little bit right there. They'll give him guard with his massive damage, but he must 18 ki super first. I think it's fine. I don't have a problem with this whatsoever. Again, we can't expect every single character that comes out to be, you know, Beast Gohan, right? Like, this is an easy A at the end of the day. Then he gets, and remember, don't compare like a Yellow Quinn LR EZA to UI Goku and Evolution Blue Vegeta who are Dokkan Fest LR Anniversary EZAs. Don't do that. Don't do that. Those characters are put very clearly on a different level entirely, right? So yeah, he gets the 6% crit for Extreme Class Allies 2 turns, 166% attack and guard on 18 key. He gets 100% attack when the enemy is in attack down or defensive down. Then he gets 4 key and a guaranteed additional that has a 70% chance to be a super when facing one enemy. So that was buffed from 50% to 70% once he transforms. And then he gets 6 key and a guaranteed additional super against 2 or more enemies. He has his active skill, Kakarot. Remember, for the longest time, this was not voiced on Global. It was very odd. And he could do this immediately after transforming, which is awesome. You know, so just whenever you want, you could use this, starting from turn 4. And he gets 24 key and then 48% attack for 1 turn. So obviously, I mean, Goku and, with this up against Goku and Frieza, even if you get additional normals in here, as long as you crit, he might do damage with his additional normals against Goku and Frieza. Like, that's huge, right? Like, if they're gonna put in these crazy boss mechanics, they're gonna start giving us characters that could counter those mechanics, and that's what this guy looks to be. So we have that. Yep, 24 key, 48% attack, pretty good. 12 key super Omega Blaster, and here we go. He gets 30% attack and defense, colossal damage, and grit lowers enemy defense. So he does get defense right there on his 12 key, right? Perfect, 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 perfect. Then his 18 key super attack, Gigantic Meteor. He gets 50% attack and defense for 1 turn, mega colossal damage to the enemy, and then massively lowers enemy defense. And that is that. LR Tech Broly, EZA LR Tech Broly. Seems good. If they could have improved him, a start would be, of course, to give him defense on his 12 key right here. Maybe he could have had the same guard thing on 18 key and base. If they were to make him a little bit better, I think maybe just raising his defense slightly would have sufficed. But he looks good to me. I mean, I mean, maybe this is just me compared to other people, but my expectations are not that Yellow Coin LR EZA is just going to become the undisputed, like, god of the game. This guy seems pretty crazy. I mean, just tanking a 2.7 million super with the amount of damage he's dishing out, I think is kind of a big deal. He seems very good to me. We'll see, though. Maybe we just got great luck here, and he'll start getting killed once we, you know, go out in the wild to some of these other fights. We'll see. I mean, certainly 17 could lock him and kill him pretty easily. But like 17 and Golden Frieza, I mean, turn 1, they're not going to kill him turn 1, right? Because he's extreme class. Now, on turn 2 or turn 3, I guess they could, but I don't know. This guy seems really good to me.